So this is the example of the digital adoption that we are seeing. So I'll just go from the top. Typically, if you see an organization would have a design department which will design whether it is a food producing, a medicine producing, or organization which produces a vehicle, whether it's a two-wheeler, three-wheeler, or four-wheeler. They would have an R&D and design team which will do the design. Then there'll be, as per the design, the procurement team will go and produce and buy the raw material from at the cheapest cost. Then the manufacturing department will take over and manufacture the product. If it is a food industry, they will produce and the food and pack it. And the sales department is to make sure that whatever is produced is getting sold and there is enough market share. They will try to go into areas where they have not gone. And then there is a service department which takes care that the customer who's buying this product is happy and they get the right services. Apart from that, there are other functions which I have not talked about with like IT. There is a finance department and there is a human resource department. There is a facility management. So these are all support function, but these are the the main departments which are there. So I just taken that as an example, like all this five. So if I go to the R&D and design, so as a technology, there is something called as what is coming up as a generative design and simulation. So earlier, what the design people used to do is to produce something as a design, and then they will just hand over that drawings to the department which is going to procure the raw material. Okay, and nowadays with the tools which is available now, we can generate, you can also simulate, and you can test to the extent that you can test mm, the pressure, the temperature to which it is subjected, the vibration, all that can be simulated without even producing the first part, which helps you to come up with more viable product at a very fast pace. Okay, then I'll just pick up the third one is in the design part is the additive manufacturing. You must have all heard about 3D printing, where you can actually print a part. Nowadays, it has come to the extent that human organs are getting printed. So these are like example of the digital adoption. And then in the procurement, blockchain is picking up. So it is said that by 2027, you will have at least 165 billion dollar worth of blockchain market. So it will be that amount of money will be flowing through a blockchain kind of technology. So who will do all this? The IT people will all do all this. How will they do? They need to learn this now so that they will be ready in the next few years to start doing it. And the IT team which is already there in place, they need to be reskilling themselves and be ready for this. Okay, and people are using robotic process automation, which is part number two, to take care of the repetitive work which a human is doing, and it is being done automatically by a machine. So, especially in the scenario we are today, when there are less people who are able to come to the office or to the plant, this is very beneficial. And the same for the quality, which is the third point in the procurement, is using machine learning based algorithms to do the quality check which a human does. So this is again linked to the third one. The third pillar is the manufacturing, and within that the industrial IoT or industry 4.0 as it is called is where there is a cyber and physical uh, interactions. So there are machines which are able to talk to each other and say that, hey, I have done this part, now you take care of this part. Or you say, hey, I have a problem, don't send this part to me until I tell you, kind of thing. So on the assembly line, the machines will be not will be, but they are today. It's already happening in a lot of plants where I'm aware of some plant which I've seen is like there is very less human beings there. The robots do all the manufacturing, even to the extent bringing the raw material into the assembly line and taking the finished good and putting it in the rack is all done by robots. And the third bullet is the cobots, where the human being and the robot, they work together to produce something. Okay. In the sales, there's a lot of the people who are on the field doing the sales activity, trying to bid against some RFP, request for proposal, and visiting the customer, making sure that doesn't forget or he's being serviced. So all of that used to be done on paper, and they used to file their things, and now it is being done on very popular tool called Salesforce CRM. And there are similar tools which I talk about in the next slides. And chatbots have come up where it is replacing. You must have seen it in websites where even to the extent when you go out for an admission into a college, which is happening right now, people who have passed 10th grade and trying to get admission into 11th grade, or people who have passed 12th grade and trying to go and see on somebody's website as a college, the chatbot pops up and says, hey, what do you want to get? And you say, I want information about this particular field, and it will tell you and guide you to the right place. So chatbots have come up, and they are slowly trying to replace people. And in the service part, which is the last part, the e-field service and augmented reality, which I was talking about earlier, is the people in the field. Maybe he's just a fresh person, he has just few years of experience, and the experienced person is sitting in the office. So if you have things like Google Glass, and you must have all read about the recent announcement by Geo Glass. So Geo as a technology service, or the phone services across India, and with this glass, it is opening up tremendous possibilities about what somebody could do and adopt this technology. So what Reliance has provided is a tool, but there you need a lot of IT solution behind it to make it work. So it's like somebody who's going to repair an elevator, and they have gone to that place and they are not able to figure out what to do. And this person wears this Geo Glass or the Google Glass or the Microsoft HoloLens, and what he's able to see is can be seen by the person sitting in the office who's more experienced, and he will be able to annotate on his screen, and the person who is in the field will be able to see what he's talking about. He can say, he'll point to certain things and say, okay, this box, open, take this out and fix this. So this is already happening today. This is not like a rocket science anymore. This is already in the field. It's only the cost was an inhibitor. Now the costs are coming down, and it will come into a state of mass adoption. And who's going to do? You guys who are on the call and watching this on Zoom and Facebook are the right people to get into that area. Okay. And if you see, there is a bar at which is cutting across all of this. So how do you do it? Is using advanced analytics, using cloud, using mobility, using social. So these four elements are now becoming part of everything that we are trying to do. It's not like it's you're not it's going to take every technology is going to be on the cloud. It needs to be on the mobility. You should be able to talk to each other and share information, and there is artificial intelligence and machine learning behind everything that we do. Okay, so the next slide, sorry. So there are few examples that I have put up in the next slide. Okay, so in the R&D that I talked about is the Autodesk generative designs are there. If you read about it, if you can write down, I won't get into detail. In case of procurement, this then there is Automation Anywhere, and UiPath are the RPA tools. There's Blue Prism by IBM. There are a lot of RPA tools. I just named two of them. And then you have different cognitive services on Azure or Google or AWS side, which can help you do this automation. In case of manufacturing, the industrial IoT platforms are there. There are some popular one like PTC ThingsWork, and in on these clouds you have vision systems, which is coming up as a service. You don't need to buy this, you just pay as you go for the amount you use. And there is open source like Open Computer Vision, which is popularly called as OpenCV, which can be used to do the vision system and the automated vision check that I was talking about. And then in the sales, I just talked about the Salesforce. Dynamics 365 from Microsoft is another one. In the service area, we talked about the augmented reality, and that AR cloud is there. Those who are using Microsoft Teams now, Teams have come up with an augmented reality. Like you can share the background. The background can be of a classroom, and as people join in, the software will start putting the first person in the first row on the bench of the classroom, and the teacher who's trying to teach them may get a feeling that he or she is in the classroom in front of you. So augmented reality is now trying to bring in reality into those things as well.